If someone had told me a year ago that my life would turn into the kind of drama you'd find on a Reddit thread, I wouldn't have believed it. But here I am. At 30 years old, I was engaged to a man I'd been with for 7 years. Everything seemed perfect. Until it wasn't. We met in college during a group project. He was the funny, charismatic one, and I was the organized, practical one. We stayed together through grad school, career climbs, and countless milestones. Our friends called us the power couple. Last year, he finally proposed during a romantic beach getaway. It was perfect. Or so I thought. I dove into wedding planning, booking venues, sampling cakes, and dreaming of our future. But looking back, there were red flags. He seemed distant, always on his phone, taking work calls at odd hours. I trusted him. Until I couldn't. 2 months before the wedding, he dropped the bomb. He wasn't just calling off the wedding. He was in love with someone else, a coworker. And not only that, he'd already proposed to her. The worst part? He invited me to their wedding to keep things amicable. I spent the next week canceling vendors, dealing with non-refundable deposits, and trying to explain to my family what had happened. I was heartbroken, but something inside me snapped. I wasn't going to let him rewrite our story. I decided to go to their wedding, not to make a scene, but to see it for myself. I wanted closure. I wanted to know if he'd actually go through with it. So I showed up unannounced in an emerald green dress that turned heads. The moment I walked in, the room went silent. He looked shocked. She looked annoyed. During the toasts, I stood up and wished them well, but with just enough edge to make my point. The cracks in their perfect day started showing almost immediately. After the wedding, their marriage unraveled fast. Rumors of fights, unpaid bills, and even infidelity started circulating. Meanwhile, I focused on myself, therapy, new hobbies, and even a promotion at work. I realized I didn't need their drama to define me. I shared my story anonymously on Reddit, and the response was overwhelming. Strangers shared their own experiences, and I realized I wasn't alone. Their downfall wasn't something I wished for. It was the natural consequence of their choices. Today, I'm in a new city, building a life I'm proud of. I've met someone new who treats me with kindness and respect. My ex? His marriage ended in divorce just 6 months after the wedding. Karma has a way of working things out. Looking back, I'm grateful for the experience. It forced me to grow, to reevaluate my priorities, and to focus on myself. Life isn't perfect, but it's mine. And for the first time, that feels like enough. If you've ever felt betrayed or undervalued, I want you to know this. You don't have to let someone else's choices define you. Stand up for yourself. Focus on your own happiness, and trust that life has a way of working out. Thanks for letting me share my story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you. See you in the next video.